How you doing? Exactly. It's Spooktober. It's the worst month of the year for we pumpkin-y people. But I'll let you all in on a little secret. We introduced candy into your all system, and our revenge is the diabetes that follows, so there you go. Tiago's like, what? You'll have to be specific about the what. What? About October? Yeah, it's when all the pumpkins die. It's like they're killing all the pumpkins, man. I catch the games last night. No, I followed them a little bit, but, I was doing MMM, so.
What's the trouble here?
We were talking the long Halloween. My birthday is on the 10th of October. Well, your birthday being in October is totally fine. As long as you don't kill pumpkins on your birthday. That's totally cool. I'm just saying. Generally speaking, people slaughter countless gordish kind during this month, and it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. But again, that's why we do pumpkin pie. That's why pumpkin pie has so much sugar. That's why candy has so much sugar. It's like, hey, that's how we get our revenge. The diabetes. Alright, so they've given me all their bloody tasks. So now we talk to Arya.
How are we looking?
All systems operational. Full Omega schematics coming online now.
Let's take a look.
Exactly. They do. I
see. Shepard, those force fields.
Wow. Racist.
The General has them set up everywhere.
He's controlling access across the station.
What are these dark areas?
Many sections of Omega are powered down. I'm betting power is being siphoned to run those force fields.
Find the source, priority 1.
And we'll need a full tactical assessment of all Cerberus positions.
I'll get on it.
Shepard, we have work to do. Our losses were significant. We can't field an army large enough to face down Cerberus.
Then we need to find allies. Story of my life.
We've confirmed there is a
It's kind of true.
That's still active. The Talons are resistant.
Shepard is constantly having to gather allies for his causes.
First choice, but they're all we've got.
Then it's time to play diplomat.
And if the current leader will join us, the next one will.
Haha, by the next one she means we'll kill the first one.
I turned away
I get it.
to offload supplies when I looked back.
You lost her.
Well,
We're locked down. She's got to be here somewhere.
Bloody
This
Bray.
has secret access points to other
See,
parts
this
of
is why the
station.
Batarians deserve to be wiped out.
He knows them.
What's going on, Cannoli?
If I wasn't already short on manpower. We have to focus on getting the Talons on board.
Got some playoff
Shepard,
baseball
I'll meet you at the
today.
primary exit when you're ready to go. But don't keep me waiting.
Jared Goff set a record yesterday, but they didn't count. Well, it's not... Like, the weird thing is, they called Kurt Warner's a record. And I was like, how is his a record, but Goff's isn't the record? He went 18 for 18. Warner was 10 for 10. Yep.
Shepard.
Look at this. These Vorcha are much meaner looking. That's kind of cool. I'm alright with that.
Good luck up there.
Wait a minute. Okay, making sure he didn't have a mission for me. Hang on. Okay, yeah, this is the right way. Just making sure. How dare you sleep? What the heck is this sleep bullcrap? What makes you think you're entitled to it?
What's your history with this gang?
Some mutually beneficial dealings and some.
By the way, you all, just so you all know, this, as always will be the case from here on, the re-upload of this stream will be on Gaming with Gord.
not my intention.
Obviously, you don't have to go over there and, you know, rewatch the whole thing. But, you know, drop by and, you know, maybe drop by, leave the old streams a like, something like that.
Them because they're good, or because we need
So what are we doing with them? I've had a lot of people who ask me, they're like, why come you're streaming here now? I'm like, because this is the main channel, more exposure, and on the off chance somebody decided to send me a super chat, it can be done here. Can't be done on the other channel. I was up for 48 hours from Saturday to Sunday. I mean, that just sounds like my weekends in general. I maybe sleep a combined 8 to 10 hours between Friday to Sunday. I get next to no sleep. I'd say usually I get like 9 or 10 for the whole weekend. Kind of sucks, so I know what you mean. But I still stayed up for MMM. I'm a trooper. Because I try to catch up on Sunday. Of course, I didn't really catch up on Sunday because I was on Enzo's stream, and that went for a while. I will find you. Yes, I will find you, and this Halloween you will get like even worse diabetes. Really need to get trazodone. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I need to do, is inject pills. No thanks. I'm not no druggie. I don't trust that crap. I have no idea if they're really bad or not, but I don't like the utilization of sleep aids. I think they give you sleep aids. Alright, get that. Hey, how you doing, Hosty? What's going on? Exactly, you get AIDS. Right, exactly. Well, I'm not saying I get no sleep, I just catch up later. But here's the thing. One day, we're all gonna die. So, if it's because of lack of sleep, whatever. Just got on my art class. Very fun postmodern nonsense. Well, shoot. We'll just reincarnate. No, we won't. Reincarnation's gay. Well, Hosty, I hope you drew a really nice, like, green square. Because that's like S tier modern art.
Power's offline.
Fine, I'll hit the generator, whatever.
We were using this to observe the detainment centers.
We're almost done scanning this location. The surveillance drones indicate the detention center is on par with the last one we hit, but something feels off with the patrol patterns that the display table is spitting out. I recommend another observation run before we try to extract the civilians. More like a blue bottle. Ah, well, I mean, that's some serious articisms. Also, the dolphins suck. Yes, they do. Without Tugabaloogabalua, yeah, they do kind of suck. Of course, I'm not sure they would be good with them right now.
That tower is the Talon outpost we're heading for.
Like, they're kind of way worse without him, and I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to me. Or maybe their backup is just supremely awful. But I don't really care. Chiefs are going to win. Who cares about... I mean, I don't think Minnesota's going to keep up what they're doing. I don't really think anybody's a challenger to Kansas City this year. It's like, just brace yourselves. They're going to three-peat. That's just how it's going to be. I think this season looks supremely boring. I'm honestly not super invested in it. I've honestly watched very little NFL so far this year. I've barely paid attention to it. I don't think I've watched a full game so far. Alright, took them out. Haxon Pollock. My Saints are 2-2 again. Should have beaten those Falcons, but they didn't. Falcons aren't bad this year for real, though. They're a decent team. Saints will be fine. You're welcome, random intercom person. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan, so we're right now just playing for the draft more than anything. I'm kind of glad that we're still not starting our quarterback, because I think he'd get killed out there with our gourd-awful offensive line. I mean, it's truly preposterous how bad it is. But it's obviously doesn't make for a very exciting season. I would be interested maybe if somebody was going to challenge the Chiefs and make it hard on them, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I think Mahomes is on easy street this year. It would be funny, I guess, if, like, Sam Darnold won the MVP. At least that would be amusing. I don't think it'll happen, but it's kind of funny to see him playing better than anybody. Get up, sir. Going up. Or down. Yes, we're going down. Honestly, I find baseball way more interesting than football right now. And not just because of the playoffs. I mean, heck, my own team isn't likely to do great in the postseason, but I still find baseball far more interesting right now. I don't understand the lack of appreciation when it comes to baseball. Baseball is awesome. I think it's just this instant gratification age we're in. Baseball's boring. Like, or maybe you have TikTok brain. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, Mr. Bold as Brass, coming right up on me like that. Yeah, TikTok brain is a big thing. It kills people's ability to be patient. I mean, I won't pretend that I don't have it in certain ways, but I feel like I've been consistent with mine over my lifespan. Like, some would say, like, my disdain for fishing is kind of similar, but here's the thing. I've always thought fishing was boring. I've never found fishing all that relaxing. I'm like, it's kind of dull. It's not my thing. I don't really think that's TikTok brain. I've never been in it. Should I go up and revive him? Nah. I like fishing. Yeah, I mean, I get why people like fishing. It's just not something I get all that into.
I don't think so.
It's kind of a weird standoff, because it's not like we're going to let the Cerberus troops live. It's kind of crazy that we're only just now getting the look at a female Turian.
Salvage what you can. I want us out of here ASAP.
You heard the boss. Move it.
Ubisoft may have spent $850 million on the budget for Skull and Bones alone. Gosh.
Nyreen.
That's insane.
Surprises.
Speaking of spending insane amounts of money, I saw a story today that said that Snow White's budget might have ballooned to $500 million, which is hilarious.
Not exactly standard procedures for a street gang.
When Cerberus invaded,
It's like, at a certain point, maybe you should just pull the plug.
The general's been hunting us ever since. Right now, he's attacking one of our outposts. That's where I need to be.
We're done here, boss.
Right. Arya, Commander Shepard, whatever you're here for.
I wouldn't want to get a budget for... Wow.
Telling territory.
We're here to help. We'll talk about it after we reach your outpost.
Well, I mean,
Arya, does
you wouldn't, Hosty, but how do you know a Turian wouldn't?
Not the way I would have put it.
It's one of those eye of the beholder things, I guess.
All right then. Come with me.
You've improved your biotics since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
I don't know. Do they have sharp teeth? Do the women? I can't tell. But how do you know that there aren't, like... I mean, I don't want to spend too much time thinking about, like, what a male Turian's penis looks like. But maybe it's shaped in such a way... Maybe it has grooves that can take the teeth, you know? This is disgusting. I mean, for a human, you're like, nah, fam, that ain't gonna work. But for a Turian, they'd be like, you don't have grooves?
They left an atlas behind to cover their retreat.
Like if Femship romances Garrus, it's like, what are these grooves? And he's like, well, you don't have the sharp teeth, so it doesn't really matter for you. It's like, wait a minute. Got him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any usage out of this, but let's give it a shot. I don't see any enemies around, so still. It's always fun to check. So I haven't heard a single good thing about Joker 2 as of yet. Like, literally nobody out there I see is defending it. I'm like, wow, that's pretty wild. Would Turians even have a peen in the same spot as a human? What if it's on their back or something? I'm pretty sure it'd be in the front. I mean, I don't know of many of our animal species that have a back pain, so I would think, you know, it would just be relatively universal. I mean, there'd probably be some exceptions here and there. I don't want to be too speculative. I mean, the Hanar, there'd be some questions for them, but in general, I'd assume that most species have the front-facing peen. I don't want to use that Hydra missile on just opening that door. I mean, funny as that would be. It's like, Shepard, we need to break that lock. And you pull out like the most powerful missile launcher. It's like, I got this. It's like, wait, that seems like a waste. And yet, I could totally see myself doing that. I mean, that'd be kind of fun. Turians or aliens. It doesn't matter. They're living species. It doesn't matter. In the grand design of things, the front-facing peen is just superior. It's just why it be how it be. That's why you get your eyes in the front. Of course, if you had eyes in the back would probably become the front. I don't know. I mean, having a back pain, that wouldn't be all that convenient. I mean, because if you think about it, if you want to lean back and you accidentally bump into somebody, I mean, that's a harassment lawsuit right there. You want to see where you're going. I mean, if nothing else, I mean, you would just evolve along the lines of not getting Me Too'd. Am I right?
Finally, a little recognition.
Haha, you're all murdered. Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, aliens are really just people who look weird. Got her. Gosh, this gun is powerful. It's got some pop. I mean, you could build a pretty funny comedy off of somebody who has the back pain. What if Turians don't think of sex the way we do? What if they don't think that sex in public is weird? Well, we know a little bit about that, because if you talk to Garrus in Mass Effect 2, he describes such an encounter. Plus, I mean, if you're femship, you can actually romance Garrus, so we get a little bit of insight there. But, he describes somebody, yeah, he describes, like, having, kind of a female rival, and then settling their differences in her quarters. Which suggests that, okay, they did something in private. It's like, ah, okay. Haha, did.
Are those doors open yet? They're working on it.
So, we know a little bit about how they think of it. Ooh, got him. Plus, I think his male ship you can, well, not male shepherd, but whatever the dude's name is in Andromeda, you can romance a Turian. I don't know the Turian's name though. Got him.
Doors open. Let's go. Hurry up.
Of course, she doesn't have a peen at all, so I don't even know why I said that. It's not really relevant, is it? Hello, people. I'll have to make a chapter when I re-upload this on the gaming channel that just says this is the back pain session. This is the part of the stream where we talked about back pains.
As soon as possible. Try not to interfere.
It was great.
Intel just reported in. The group of civilians we managed to evac arrived safely at the other outpost.
There'll be a whole chapter on the stream. People are like, what?
18 sweeps reporting nothing new.
What are y'all talking about?
Adjutants.
Creatures created by Cerberus. They eviscerate their victims' DNA.
I don't play as Femship in Romance Garrus. I guess he just looks too inhuman for that to appeal to me.
After you left. Cerberus lost
I mean,
control of them.
I've played as Femship a couple of times,
Then
just for the story perspective, and I've had her romance Garrus and Thane. I guess when I'm playing as the couple of times I've played as Femship, I don't really think of it in terms of appeal. I just think of it in terms of, like,
turned into
you know,
monsters, and I had to kill them.
character chemistry, I guess.
Excuse me. I have an outpost to defend.
And plus, I mean, what are the human options? Jacob, he leaves you. Caden, he sucks. So I'll be like, well, Garrus is the ultimate Chad, and then I guess Thane's right after him, so it's like, I'll go with those two, what the heck. But
Here, we found more medical.
yeah, I've played as Femship maybe 2 or 3 times, I think. I think the third time I just didn't do a romance at all. I guess you could play as Femship in romance
Cerberus is back.
Liara,
now. Make sure the scouts keep an eye out for the next.
but then you're a lesbian.
You've done an excellent job, Nyreen, but I'll be taking over now. You know what happens to people who argue with me.
They lose the argument.
You'll just
What's going on,
take
Jacob? How you doing?
My people won't stand for that.
Yes, they do seem nauseating and loyal. Either way, I'll get what I want.
Not this time.
The truth is, none of us can do this alone. Our only chance is to join forces.
You might be right, but the people of Omega are my priority.
You take over one gang and you think you're ready to decide what's best for Omega? Nyreen, watch and learn.
As. Everything's in place. The entire station's connected.
People of Omega, I have returned. Cerberus believes they have beaten you.
Oh, there's like a whole lot of other
They
people
believe
here.
They have you under
Isn't that
control.
nice? It's just nice.
They are gravely mistaken. You are the lawless of the galaxy. You cannot be beaten, and you will never be controlled. Be ready. Your chance to strike out against your oppressors is coming. Together we will take Omega back.
She should give like the Dwight speech from The Office. That'd be even better.
That's your plan? Throw civilians at Cerberus?
Anything is better than being locked up like mindless animals waiting for slaughter.
I know what you're up to, Arya. And I don't like it. I have civilians.
For it is together, together that we prevail. We will never seize control of the motherland.
The people of Omega, my people,
It's like, wait, what?
street fight. When it breaks loose, they'll be ready. Nyreen's code of ethics won't let her sit by if civilians are exposed. It's what makes her utterly predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Cerberus is launching another offensive.
Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't like your little speech, Arya.
Glad I got his attention.
Commander, landing pads are yours. My people and I will hold the main doors.
Got it.
Shepard's just like, you ladies are so dramatic. I'm just gonna sit here and kill stuff. If you die, I'm leaving. What's up, common people? How you doing? I mean, I think that's a fair policy, because death is cringe. Like these guys, they just died. How cringe is that? How did that do nothing to him? What the heck? Ah, his head exploded. Isn't that cool? Oh, hey. I'll hold you to it. Got him! These are my landing pads. There's gotta be some other person. Ah, there they are. It's a robot! It's a bloody robot! Oh, wow, and he exploded.
We need your help at the main doors.
We're on our way.
It's like, oh fine, I'll just do everything. Like always. Wow. I want whatever that chick's firing. I think I broke it. Come on. There we go.
Let's talk, Shepard.
Cerberus is pulling out, eh? That sounds dirty.
The Talons will join your cause. Someone's got to make sure you don't run roughshod over our people.
You see, Shepard.
Let me guess. She said I was predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Pretty much
Pretty
verbatim.
much word for word.
Ha!
She thinks she's playing you.
Nothing new here. One thing, though. I maintain command over my people. This is not up for debate.
Just have them ready.
Oh, they'll be ready.
Did I screw an alien yet? No, I romanced a human. Well, actually, Mass Effect 1, yes. Shiala, who's an Asari, so, yes.
The Talons will be the
I don't know if it was a one-night stand. It seemed like it lasted all of about 5 minutes, but, you know,
Which will release Omega.
still counts.
Cerberus will have a million fires to put out. In one fell swoop, we'll have the people in the Talons working for us.
You might not want to compromise your alliance before it even takes shape.
I've learned not to put much stock in truth and goodwill.
It might be time to start again.
Tell you what, I'll take it under advisement. Now, I'll be at the command console plotting our next move.
Plotting. Hey, it's that guy. Google Shiala.
Tentative excitement. Welcome to Herod's Emporium, human. Relieved, I am grateful for Aria's return. Hidden back room was getting confining. Her patrol liberated me. Cunningly, I have a plan to recoup my losses since the Cerberus takeover.
Oh.
Informative. The general threw out Aria's couch from Afterlife upon taking
Iran struck Israel started. Yeah, and plus we've got leechy trucker unions who are striking now.
coordinates. I will make it worth your while.
It's not a priority, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Appreciative. success, I will give you a finder's fee for your trouble.
I'll let you know.
Good game, lads. It was a good one last time. Yep. Alright, we got stuff here. I have enough to buy it all. There we go. You're all rich now.
Welcome back, human. Tentative anticipation. I hope you are able to locate Arya Talok's couch for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wants me to find a couch.
Enjoy your shopping.
Pretty sure I remember where that is. Yep, pretty much. They started World War III just on time.
I've blocked enemy access to critical areas. The frontal assault should be less treacherous.
I think they have us trapped in here. They're in for a surprise.
It's like they think they have us trapped in here. They're right.
Squad leaders,
Talk to me, Az.
I've located the source that's powering the Cerberus force fields.
Oh boy.
Yes, I see. Shepard, take a look at this. The General is siphoning power from one of my main reactors deep in the bowels of Omega's mines.
Unfortunately,
Bowels.
access is cut off by the force fields themselves.
Not complete. There's an open route through that dark area. Then up.
The processing plant for one of the mines. It's been powered down. No force fields blocking it.
We infiltrate there, find our way through the mine, then take that elevator to the reactor's back door.
Good eyes, Shepard.
Anyway, how you all doing today? Otherwise, other than World War III.
Arya, my patrol caught her in the perimeter.
Please, you didn't catch me. We're allies now. Didn't Arya tell you?
Nyreen was expected, Bray. Return to your station.
The Talons are ready, but if I'm sending my people into the breach, I want to make sure those force fields come down for good. So like it or not, you're stuck with me.
I hope they don't invade Ireland. I will fight to the death for me Lucky Charms and pot of gold. As you should.
We're going to war together. I'll make sure we can rely on each other.
Agreed, Commander. Glad one of you is in on a power trip.
Go wait by the med bay, Nyreen. We'll join you shortly. Shepard, I have last-minute orders to dole out. I'll meet you there, too.
Okie dokie. Though, to be frank, I am on a power trip. I am taking all of this over. All in good time.
All medical supplies have been distributed to the ground force.
Alright. Well, get around. Let's
I know
chat
time
with
is
the
short,
lady.
But I was hoping we could talk. Alone.
Arya will be joining us soon. Now may be our only chance.
I don't think she's gonna make it.
I know she has to be ruthless. Let her have revenge. I'm not doing this for me, and I'm not doing it for Arya or what we once had.
It's for the people of Omega.
I'm trying to get better at poker. Ah, cool.
Someone has to be their voice in all this. Incredibly powerful forces are about to do battle, with them caught in the middle.
The secret to being good at poker
Bring down those force fields
is
before
to have better cards.
in mind.
I think. I don't know,
You're a
actually.
veteran. Why are you so disturbed by these adjutants?
I know fighting Reapers is old hat to you, Commander.
I do also find adjectives disturbing.
What they do to people,
Like her
they could still be
poker in the
out there.
back.
And if they return, I don't want to even think about what would happen to Omega's people. The image of that drives me and haunts me.
Yeah, really, she is. She is pretty dramatic.
He's very worthy of respect, and not just because he's shrewd. When I was starting to organize the Talons, he offered amnesty to anyone who set down their weapon. A few of my people surrendered, and he made good on his word.
So he has a code.
And as near as I can tell, it doesn't exactly match the elusive man's.
Ah,
Are your people ready for the fight?
so he's
You needn't worry about the
honorable.
Talons, Shepard. They were thieves and scoundrels once, but they serve with integrity now. We're fighting for a better world. I have to wonder if the same can be said for our Asari friend.
Is she one of her pro now?
How did you get mixed up with Arya?
Thankfully, this game doesn't do that.
Military, but when my
Oh, I'm sure Mass Effect 5 probably will.
superiors saw fit to reallocate me. They practically locked me away. I couldn't use my skills to benefit my people, so I quit. I floated around the galaxy, looking for a new purpose.
And you found your way here?
More like I lost my way here. But then there was this beautiful, fierce creature who didn't let anyone define her. I'll admit, I was mesmerized. I wanted a little bit of that to rub off on me.
How close were you two?
The draw was undeniable. Her strengths mirrored my insecurities. Maybe deep down it was the same for her. But trying to be with her turned into trying to be her. Irene Kandros was vanishing.
Ah, so you were lesbians.
For all the drama between us,
I don't know, though. Do Asaris count as lesbians since they're all women?
it took a lot,
How does that work?
but I regret nothing.
What do you know about the Cerberus force fields?
The technology comes from beyond the Omega-4 relay. Flesh disintegrates upon contact. The power required must be enormous. I fear that disrupting it could destabilize other systems on the station. I hope we'll proceed with care and certainty.
I appreciate it, Irene. We're heading out soon.
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
Commander.
All right. I mean, if you're a monogendered species, is there such a thing as homo and heterosexual, or is it, do you just call it sexual?
Access to
How does that work?
And the reactor is beyond that?
according to the
I mean, it's kind of sci-fi weirdness they got going on here. I don't know if it really makes a lot of sense
You had indentured
biologically, anyway. Are they female? I'm talking about the blue aliens here. This blue alien species is all female. Like, none of them are male.
I don't like this.
They go into a little bit of detail about how, like, reproduction works. Ultimately, it's part of the reason why their species hooks up with a lot of other species. Like, they still just birth Asari children, but yeah. Maybe that's not the right word, Bush. Maybe it's like, does homosexual and heterosexual, does that even mean anything to them? At least before they met other species with male. I mean, biologically, I don't think their species would make a lot of sense anyway. But, yeah, you need the pee-pee. You need that front pain. I think that's just the way it be.
More dead.
It's a bloodbath. Got a bad feeling. We shouldn't be.
Quiet. What's that sound?
Gerbils.
an adjutant.
Oh no. General must have locked this place down to keep it inside.
I agree. That's what I was basically saying, Bush. Was like, does it make sense to call them lesbian if there was no choice? But again, at the same time, it's like their species really doesn't make a lot of sense in that regard.
The elevator to the mines is through that door.
Especially because they can mate with species that include men,
Master circuit breakers.
which, includes the physical sexual contact. So it's like, well, why would you biologically form that way if no one in your own species had that? It's like, why are you able to take a pain if none of your species have a pain? Doesn't make a ton of sense. Interspecies is gross. I mean, generally speaking, I romance female, women, human thingies, yeah.
The whispering's receding.
Maybe the adjutant doesn't like its odds.
Don't kid yourself. I've seen one of those things take down a squad of soldiers.
So if I say she's only lesbian because she hasn't met me yet, I'm not totally wrong. That's very true. Hey, somebody left a cash register lying around with 1,500 credits. Why does this never happen to me in real life?
Down this ladder.
Alright, nothing
There's the
there.
power control.
Here we go. Power!
When this is over, there'll be a lot of repairs to make.
I hope you'll focus on the civilian areas first.
It happened to me in real life. Well, lucky yeah.
That's one thing we have in common.
Oh my gosh.
Unload on it.
Wake up.
I hate those things.
Hate should make you deadlier. That looked like fear to me.
All right, back to the door.
It's like, that's a little creepy. I had a dead rat. Oh. Anyway. Sorry, I was looking at a message. We're heading... There's the access elevator. And... Oh, we gotta restore power again? My gosh. It's always restoring power. I think I turned my X gay. I have found money on a walk home before, but that only happened once. I was walking home from school, and about 10 feet apart were, like, I think it was like 2 10s and a 20, so I found like $40. I was like, oh, neat. Ba-dum. This is the one part of this DLC that I genuinely do not like. I think it's laid out really weird. I mean, truth be told, this DLC as a whole is not great. It's probably my least favorite DLC, period, but whatever, it's fine. It's still not bad. It's just a bit meandering and long. Like, I like the idea of it.
Fire at will.
Fire at will? What did Will do? Ooh, I burst his little noggin. I do like the adjutants, they're pretty cool.
Shepard, look alive. More adjutant
Elevator's on its way. We can't let them escape.
Hello. Aye, burst your noggin.
think we got them all.
Let's try the elevator again. Stay alert. All right.
My neighbor in high school found a sandwich bag with a roll of money in it stuffed under a car tire. I don't remember how much, but he bought CDs, a computer game, and his dad punished him because he didn't turn it into the police. Legally, that's his money.
On to the mines. What's eating you?
Just processing. It's clear the general sealed that
I think as far as the money I found is concerned, there'd be no way of figuring out who it belonged to. It was just kind of on the side of the road. I mean, it was in a neighborhood, so I guess you could argue it belonged to somebody in the neighborhood, but
Something's off.
laying on the road, it was like a weird place for it, so I don't know if there was really any way to tell.
If you'd stuck it out here, maybe you'd feel it too.
So I was like, I didn't even consider the idea of I was like, turn it into who? It's $40.
You can hear the drills. Damn it. They shouldn't
If it
be
weren't a purse or a
spraying
wallet, that's closer to theft.
Cerberus must be working.
I mean, if it's a purse or a wallet, yeah, I'm not taking them. I'm not taking money out of a purse or a wallet. And I've found a purse like outdoors before, like I've worked at Walmart before, and when I was like grabbing carts to take back in, a lady left her purse in hers, and I didn't take anything out of it. I brought it up to customer service and said some lady left her purse, so here it is. And I know she later got it back, so that was all good. Yeah, if I find something like that, it's like, yeah, I'll leave that alone. But you just find loose money lying around where there's no discernible way to determine who it belongs to, well, that in and of itself, you could argue, is the determination. It is now yours. I did one time, I worked at a truck stop, and this lady was at the checkout, and she pulled, like, she was paying for something, and I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye as she was pulling her money out that it looked like a bill might have fallen out, and then I thought she went to pick it up, so I didn't really think much to say anything, and then she left, and later I saw that it was right in front of the counter. It was like $100 bill. I was like, oh, crap. And I'm fairly certain she had mentioned that she was traveling, like driving to Florida or something like that. I was like, oh, well, crap, that's probably spending money. So I kept the money at the counter for like a week. Because I was like, if she comes back, it's here. It's like, if she comes back, it's here. But yeah, she never came back for it, so ultimately it was mine afterwards. Now, technically, you could argue that I should have given it to the supervisor. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't trust the supervisor that much. But I actually think I kept the money on me for longer than a week, to be honest. I was like, I kept bringing it to work day after day for a good while. It's like, if she comes back, it's here. But, yep, never showed up for it. Alexa, call 911. But yeah, she never came for it, so... Yeah, I was like, the guy we had run as our supervisor, I do think he would have ultimately pocketed... I think ultimately it would have been like, well, whoever found it, it's like, if it's in... He would have probably been like, well, if it's in my hands, I'm pocketing it if she doesn't come back. So I was like, well, then I'll do the same, but I'll do it longer. It's like, I'll hang on to this for a while, and if she comes back, I'll have it ready for her. But, yeah, she never came back for it. So I was like, well, I guess it's mine.
Looks like that goes under the conveyor belt.
Though if you really want to hear a funny story, and granted, this isn't explicitly money, but it's something of value. So, some years back, I bought a new television. And after about 3 days, the TV stopped working. And this was like a $1,700 television, too. This is pricey. So, I contacted the seller. And they sent me a new one. And when they dropped off the new one, I was expecting them to take the old one. Had it packed up and everything. They said, no, we're not taking the old one. Someone else will pick that up at a different date. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. Well, then the new one that they sent me also didn't work. So I went from contacting the seller to just flat out contacting the manufacturer. I said, look, this is the situation, and I explained the whole thing, and they sent me a working one, which I still have today. But I kept so they sent me, the funny thing was, they sent me a new one, and they picked up the second one I had been sent. So I was like, okay, they actually picked it up. And I contacted, I think it was Dell who sold me the first one. I contacted them every day for like a week, telling them, I've got your old TV if you want to pick it up. You know, this is a $1,700 television. I assume you all want this. And I was like, I still have it for y'all to pick up. And they never contacted me back. They never came to pick it up. I was like, okay. So there you go. I still have that TV in a box. And I was like, well, I guess I could repair this at some point, because it's more or less unused. I literally have that thing in my closet right behind me. It was so weird. I was like, you all really don't want this? Okay, sure.
Hit the switch.
They know our target. Expect heavy reinforcements.
You should sell it, yeah.
Find the access point to the reactor.
It's kind of hard to lug around. It's a big TV. It's a good TV, though. I mean, as long as it gets repaired. I think it just has a backlight that needs to be fixed. Did you see Mahomes tear at Rasheed Rice's ACL? Israel, I literally sent you a parody gif of that very thing. Of course I know about it. That's what the Taylor Swift meme was. How dare you? Oh.
Looks like Cerberus invaded here.
Ooh, look at that. A chakram launcher. I taped the receipt to the back of my TV. It's not the worst policy.
Now we're paying them back in kind.
But yeah, that TV, the TV I've got, yeah, it just probably needs a backlight fixed. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. But it's a nice television. It's 60 inches, 240 hertz, 4K. It's nice. And like I said, barely used. I mean, it's a few years old now, but if that backlight gets fixed, probably be right as rain. I know the replacement I have works fantastic. It's a great looking TV. It's not the one I'm playing on right now, but it's the second best TV I own.
Strange. We're not being attacked anymore.
Yep, be ready for anything.
Any appliance or electric device? I keep the receipt. Yeah. I'm sure I've still got the receipt for my televisions boxed up somewhere.
Why are you grinning, Arya?
We're almost there. When the force fields come down, this war finally begins.
For some of us, it started months ago.
That wasn't war, babe. That was just warm up.
That was warm up. Oh, I get it. It's like a pun or something.
There's the reactor. Straight ahead.
Oh dear. Ba-da-ba-doo. Ow.
I commend you. Your plan of attack was impeccable.
Looks like we were expected.
More like lured.
I knew the reactor would be the hard target. I gave you no choice but this route.
It's too bad you're on the elusive man's side, Petrovsky.
I'm on humanity's side. You're the ones trying to start a war for the glory of Aria. But now it's over.
This isn't over until your next of kin can't identify you.
I love your bravado, but have the sense to know when you're beaten.
I like General Petrovsky.
You there to rot.
I'm totally letting him live.
Give up.
Never.
Arya, what are you thinking?
I'm not going out like this.
Arya, don't!
What the hell is she trying to do?
Looks like she's trying to use her biotics to open up the doorway.
Aria, you're forcing my hand. We'll do it your way.
Wow.
Max!
Irene, Mexicans. She's crazy. Exactly. That's what you call Latin robots, by the way. Wow. Got him. And yep, he's got his shield up. Make him explode. Oh jeez. Let's get that one. The last time I forced a hole open this wide, I stopped that sentence. Oh good, I got out.
Arya, how did you know you could do that? I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of houses' value is skyrocketed because dollars aren't worth as much anymore. I sold my house to my brother and his wife back in 2018, I think it was. And it was like 135 or something. And they just put it, they have, I think they sold it, but, or are in the process of selling it, and it's valued at $255 now. After just 6 years. It's insane. Tack another 25 on if Kamala steals the election. 25K over the first year, and much more after that, because it's going up. It's skyrocketing. And with these mob boss union people, truckers trying to basically screw everyone over, because they're like, oh, we're not getting a fair deal. It's like, you all make six figures. It's like, you all have a six-figure salary. Are you kidding me right now? That union leader that they're putting on all over X made something like 900K last year. It's like, unions are disgusting. I hate unions so freaking much.
You hearing this, Arya?
Yes, and I don't care. Shut it down. Shepard, don't. Try rerouting power away from the force fields.
Damn it. Hold tight down there.
Rerouting the power to maintain the other systems.
Are you crazy? We're almost spent. Irene, watch your flank.
This is who you're working for, Shepard. She doesn't care who gets hurt.
Their income isn't the problem, their voting is the problem. They can vote for whoever the heck they... It's like, I wouldn't... I mean, well, unions, who they vote for obviously is a huge problem, is because they're a freaking modern-day mafia. But...
Shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something inside is holding you back. Maybe deep down you're starting to think the galaxy might be better off without her. She's never going to learn. She'll never change. Even if you win, Omega loses.
Enough.
Sorry, I was just listening to this. But yeah, they're all... Unions are massive liberal donors. It's part of the reason where I work. I am not a part of the union. We have a union where I work, and they're terrible. But I was like, yeah, I'm not joining your stupid union. We're a right-to-work state, thankfully, so... Soviet, what?
Prepare for attack. Get the demolition crews into position.
Yay.
You okay?
Despite your best efforts to kill me, your soft heart almost cost me everything.
Quiet, Arya. It worked. Shepard saved us without sacrificing innocent lives. I applaud him.
I suppose. Whatever. You fought bravely against those mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
But
why can't you bring that same grit when adjutants attack? It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations.
Lay off. She just saved you.
I'm trying to help her, Shepard.
I always thought SAG-AFTRA was hilarious for saying they're union strong. Like, guys, your union did this to you. Exactly. It's like your unions are doing this crap to you.
getting reports. All force fields down. Civilians taking to the streets in droves. Cerberus pulling back.
That won't last.
The people don't have the training to go up against Cerberus front lines. They'll be wiped out.
Civilian casualties can't be avoided. You'll have to accept this.
Say what you will, Arya. I won't allow senseless deaths.
Do what you can to protect them.
Of course, Commander.
Arya, Bray here.
Report.
My team is scouting the maintenance tunnels. We've encountered Cerberus forces escorting engineers. They're moving gear. Look to be setting explosives to the station's central support columns.
Bray, engage. Delay them as long as you can. We're coming.
Got it. Roll out, people.
If they detonate the main column, they'll cut off the way to Afterlife. The Talon offensive will be stopped cold.
So we split up.
Yes. Nyreen, lead the frontal assault. Shepard and I will meet you in the markets after we've taken care of those bombs.
Of course. Don't count on me building your memorials if you get yourselves killed.
I like it when you're feisty.
Calm down, lady.
The only route to the central column is through the tunnels.
Support the columns. I guess they're working for me. They're my pipes. To the tunnels. Sorry, just looking through some messages real quick here. Hate crimes don't exist. What are you talking about?
Reinforcements!
Reinforcements. Take him out. Alright, so... pretty sure her couch is down there. Maybe we have to, like, empty the water or something like that. Oh, jeez.
We can extend the dam in the control room. That should get us across. Let's go.
I just think the whole categorization of a hate crime is nonsense. It's like a crime is a crime. You know, it's the problem with the distinction of hate crime is kind of obvious. It's like, okay, let's say you have a person who is racist, for example. It's not against the law for them to be racist. Now, let's say they commit a crime motivated by that racism. Okay, well, the crime was a crime anyway. So, calling it a hate crime from there, it's like, okay, now you are in fact criminalizing what they believe. It's like you're adding, motivated their crime. It's like it's still criminalizing what somebody believes. It's like, yeah, their beliefs may be repulsive, but they're not illegal. Hate crime is just the hate crime classification is just a way to make it illegal to believe certain things or think certain things. And obviously that can trickle down into beliefs that aren't hateful at all. And obviously it's highly inconsistent how it's applied. It's like if a black person kills a white person because they hate white people, they're almost certainly not going to be charged with a hate crime. They're just going to be charged with a crime. If you flip that, obviously it becomes a hate crime. Which, granted, for a crime like murder or something like that, it's like, okay, you're probably going away for life regardless. But it's like, okay, well, let's say it's violence. It's not murder, it's just violence. Well, if you're committing violence and it's considered a hate crime, it's like, well, then you might end up going away for life, in which, whereas if it's just violence that isn't a hate crime, it's like, oh, well, you might just get a few years. And again, you're criminalizing people based on what they believe. It's like it's a stupid distinction.
We have to stop them.
It's a nonsense distinction that they're making. Hate crimes do not exist. At least not. They shouldn't exist on a legal level. It's like if they help you just, determine motive, okay, fine. That's fine. It's like if you can, if you want to call something a hate crime just based on saying, yeah, it's just we call it a hate crime because that's what motivated it, fine, but there should not be additional sentencing because the person happened to be a bigot at the same time. It's like bigotry is repulsive, it's not illegal.
Take care of the bomb, Shepard. I'll handle Cerberus.
Why are you saying actually with regarding that, Israel? Because it's not like I've denied that. I'm just strictly talking about the classification of it. As if I don't know this. Deactivate it.
3 left.
Yeah, and that is really what it is. It's like the term hate crime, it's really just there to criminalize certain ways of thinking. And we all know very specific ones.
2 more.
Kill the engineer.
Just 1 to go. Clear the room.
Deactivated.
This way, Shepard.
In Minnesota, denied service to whites because of racial injustice and food apartheid. Here's the thing, Israel. I think that should be legal. If she wants to deny people based on that, feel free. And then she won't get... And then I'm like, fine. If you want to deny people business on that front, you go right ahead. That's going to take a huge number of patrons away from your restaurant, so you feel free to be an idiot.
Move forward. Keep that flank covered.
Yes, boss.
Well, of course it's taboo the other way around. We already know it is. I mean, it's the guy who refused to bake a wedding cake for a gay couple who was targeting him went through the very thing. Oh, well, okay, yeah, I missed that part. It's a food bank. Yeah, well, in that case, no, you should not be able to discriminate.
So how exactly do we get to Afterlife from here?
It's like you should lose your status as a charity at that point. I think one of the saddest things is how charity has been just taken over by some of the scummiest people in the world. Because charity is one of the most noble things you can do. And yet, we have so many people, particularly a lot of, like, filthy, rich, disgusting people, who use charity to get breaks for themselves. It's genuinely repulsive. It's like a lot of charities that, I mean, it's like, I'm highly uncomfortable donating to, like, any charity, because so many of them are just there as tax write-offs for billionaires. I mean, even ones that run under the guise of like, oh, we're a Christian charity, we help orphans and stuff like that. They're full of it. They're absolutely full of it. I had one that I used to donate to every month, and then I found out what they were doing, and it was pretty upsetting. It was pretty upsetting. Oh yeah, Oprah's a huge offender on that front. Oprah, Bill Gates, the Clintons, all of them, yeah.
Looks like they bit off more than they could chew.
Now, if I have to hear one more time, oh, LeBron James built a school, I'm like, piss off. I don't care about his school where nobody can pass. It's like a 0 graduation rate. There have been more murders than graduates recently. I think they said like not a single student at the school he started can pass math. Oh, Oprah is slime. But I've known Oprah as slime for decades. Oprah Winfrey is pure slime. $1,500 none can pass the SAT. I don't think it's the SAT. I don't think that they're. I think it's 1,500 students. None of them have a passing grade in math. Period. Like, it's really bad. We can now control when and where the adjutants convert their victims. Initial testing on various species provides ample proof the virus can adapt flawlessly, regardless of the host used. With the civilian population contained, we should be ready to initiate the next phase. Yeah, no 8th grade math student has passed the state math test in 3 years. That was as of a year ago, so it's probably now 4 years running.
Those idiots were experimenting on adjutants.
That explains the ones we saw earlier.
That's not all they banned. They banned voter ID. Gavin Newsom is a treasonous snake.
Extra security. The doors only open one at a time.
Makes sense, considering what they had locked up in here.
Door's unlocked. Let's get out of here.
Almost done with this DLC.
That doorway leads to the Gozu district.
I'd forgotten how long this one was. That's what she said. Oh my gosh.
Focus on the atlas.
That's what they tell geography students. Nice. Double nice. They exploded. Ammo. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's not that votes don't count. They definitely count. That's why they're trying to ship more people in order to vote. So they definitely count. That's why they're trying to fix the system through voting and through the count. That's the point. If your vote genuinely didn't count, if it was just a huge facade, then it wouldn't matter. Then shipping in a bunch of illegals wouldn't mean anything. It's like your vote definitely counts, it's just they're trying to replace your vote with other people who shouldn't be allowed to vote. It's just they're trying to make your vote less relevant. It's just not a well thought out position. Hey, love it, how you doing? Good to see ya. But honestly, democracy's garbage to begin with, so... So close to the end, good. I know, right? That's very true. I'm telling you, if you're a conservative in California, you need to get the heck out of there. Get out of there and shore up other red states. California is basically lost. They're lost until something genuinely drastic happens.
If that Talon scout hadn't found us earlier,
Oh no, democracy's not an illusion. It's a genuinely bad thing is what it is. It's just a term that gets dolled up as being this wonderful thing, and it's like, it's not a wonderful thing. Democracy's kind of garbage. She's finally coming up. Well, that's good at least. Go, go, go. Gotta love those go, go, goes.
Irene here. Something's not right.
Cerberus is still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
What the hell is she doing?
It sounds like she's going radio silent.
Where's Nyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
She's going on to Afterlife.
Yep. Oh, Illinois is terrible. Oh, hello there, big balls. It's apathy on people's part. That's part of it, yeah. Apathy, stupidity. Gord's puns make me want to go to the afterlife. Aw, thanks. That's just your way of saying they're heavenly. Oh, she died.
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
She's doing so much against their consent right now. That's fine.
Enough! You all! Petrovsky dies. Now.
Nah, I'm letting him live. I like Petrovsky.
Irene Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had
I don't think another state should pick up the deficient for other states.
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
What now, Petrovsky?
divide and conquer command. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are the prototypes for our future army.
Trying to think of what they're actually made out of. Ah, override controls.
Keep Shepard away from those generators.
Ha, he exploded. Got him. That's one. That's two. Oh, she died. And he died. One more. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright. Got him. Still securing area for Arya. got him. Ooh, and unlock some new abilities. It does end with a fun battle.
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over.
We beat the Russian guy. Yay!
Commander Shepard, I surrender myself.
Gerbils.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
Is this true, Arya?
Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken this station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling. I'm letting you in. For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate.
I had an influence on her.
Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. Talok. I tried to...
A massive one might say.
I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking Alliance POWs lead fairly comfortable lives. Who knows? You and I may even become friends.
That's not happening. Bray, get him out.
I don't know. I could be friends with him. But we did it. We beat the Omega DLC. Now we'll get back to the main story, the good stuff. Now, we do have one DLC remaining, but we save that till near the end. That's the Sedaddle DLC.
Walk around with you for a few hours and I go all soft. You're like a disease.
This victory came at a cost, Arya.
I would be tired of all those side eyes. Yeah.
You sound like someone trying to sell something.
It's like, oh my gosh, the headache. All the side eyes.
And thanks to you, I have Omega back.
So what's your plan?
There's a lot to rebuild. Starting with this command center. It may take some time to remove the general stink from my throne. Wonder if I'll ever really enjoy the pole dancing in here again.
The citizens of Omega have been through a lot, Arya. Try to remember that.
How can I forget? There are reminders everywhere I look. And don't worry, I'll honor our arrangement. Troops, ships, and a mountain of Ezo.
It says Diddy is facing 120 additional lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault. Yeah, when are we going to get the murder allegations? Since it's pretty clear the guy's a killer. It's kind of why I'm like, yeah, he's going down, but I don't think a lot of people are going to go down with him. At least not the ones we want.
My rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again.
Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining
Cerberus invaders, and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead.
My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change.
but security.
I more or less think the same.
Everyone inside is now my primary.
Gonna be a regular old Diddy Epstein.
Will imprison us again.
We may be bruised. We may be bloodied.
Our Omega.
You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
It's like, now bring out the dancing strippers. Alright. So. Oh boy, I got a chessboard. Hooray. Well, let's look at the new chessboard. Why not? Let's see what we got now. I don't know if they can at this point, Boosh. I think the evidence is... Like, I kind of feel like the reason he's been got now is that there's just too much to keep contained. So it's kind of one of those, we'll handle it ourselves kind of deals. I think once you started to hear about, like, the public nature of a lot of the parties and all the crap that was going on down there, they were like, we need to contain this situation. Otherwise it gets out of hand. Well, there was a new one that dropped today, Boosh. Variety just dropped a thing about, like, the additional charges against him. Alright, now we get to what's one of my absolute favorite missions in the game.
Heavy Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then get to the shuttle and let
Alright, love it. You have a good one as well. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, obviously we take Arya with us. And we're going to take Javik. Taking Javik is pretty awesome on this mission. Not even gonna lie. Oh shoot. I should have upgraded that before I left. Dang it.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Yeah.
Your empathy is a weakness. You must numb yourself to loss.
Venezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I studied your mission reports. Your mother was indoctrinated.
Yes, we had to kill her.
Yet it did not stop you from fighting. As I said, steel yourself. Many more lives will be lost.
We can't ignore that people are dying. The Reapers may not have mercy, but we do.
It is their indifference that gives them power.
Then let's show them there's another way.
Debbie Downer here. I mean, we'll be indifferent to killing the Reapers, obviously.
This can't be happening. My home.
There's no time to mourn. We're exposed up here.
Let's get down.
You must be Commander Shepard. Lieutenant, I can't feel it. Running out of ammunition. We all are. Tell them to make every shot count. Commander, we heard.
Uh-oh.
The barrier's been breached. Commander, we'll talk later. Get on that gun. Damage.
I'm on it. Take him out. There we go.
I want that gunship prepped and in the air. Plug that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers. Yes, ma'am. Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
What exactly were you told about me?
Nothing but your name. Mission details were classified, which just means we'll die without knowing why.
I know what that's like, but you have to trust the chain of command.
We're not even sure the chain still exists. So what are we doing here?
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No! I sense you the lineage of a leader. A warrior skilled and cunning. They are strong in your genes. But you've grown tired of it. You're exhausted by defeat. And now you worry you don't have the courage left to go on.
By the goddess. You...
Find your resolve. This war can end if you do.
That's one of the reasons you bring him, because he adds all that to it.
It'll win this war.
How was MMM? I had to take a nap after work and haven't seen a long Halloween. That was fun. We had a good time.
I want to pack Harp to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way.
I mean, I'm not as big of like a comic fan as like the other guests were. Plus Whitey was out because Whitey was sick. But you know, we still had a good time.
To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next.
Should I see the Long Halloween? Yeah, Long Halloween's pretty good. I like it. It's a good one.
This has to end.
Draw straight from your anger. It will keep you alive.
Remember that, because here they come. Push them back!
Take him out.
Then move! Get off the bridge!
On that building, we've got fire support.
Oh my gosh. A spore pod? Ew.
They just won't stop.
Okay, got that one.
That door ahead looks like our way out of this mess.
Uh-oh.
Another mutant is starting.
Probably gonna be a lot more of those here.
A good fight.
Keep up the pressure. All right. Let's get moving before more of them come back.
I still can't face those things.
We're going to find out if Joker 2 is worth it this weekend. I'm not hearing very good things, Israel.
I can't imagine.
Most of the people that I listen to, like, I haven't heard a good thing about it, if I'm being honest. I've heard it's well made, but has really nothing new to say, that it's just kind of a pointless sequel. Did Drinker like it? I don't know if Drinker's seen it yet. I know Nerdrotic saw it. I know Movie Cynic saw it. I'm trying to think who else did I heard Quarter Black Garrett, he saw it. But yeah, I have thus far not heard anyone speak well of it. I'm hearing it's completely pointless. Though I have heard the Penguin show is at least really good. Honestly, I can't say I think it's surprising. I mean, I do really like the first Joker, but I didn't necessarily expect a ton from the sequel. I thought, well, it's possible it'll be good because the first one is good, but it's also, it could suck, so, you know. I don't know if there was an outcome I would have been surprised by. Ooh.
I think we're in the clear. Let's get out of here. Toward the Reaper. It's a way out of here.
You have an interesting concept of escape.
No choice. This nightmare never ends.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all wake up.
50,000 years later.
I'm probably gonna watch Matt Walsh's movie too, I think. Yeah, I'll check that out at some point. I've got a lot of horror movies I have to catch up on though.
We're trying to reach Outpost Titus.
You're looking at it.
What about the rest of your squad?
They're all dead. We tried punching through to the scientists, but I'm all that's left.
What about reinforcements?
Well, that's unfortunate.
We had gunships flying support, but things got too hot with that Reaper. They can't chance it.
I know it's rough, but I don't see another way in without their help.
Have I told you how much I hate this war? Talon Swarm, this is Outpost Tychus. Is there anybody left on this frequency? We're in need of immediate air support. Commander Shepard is here.
Copy, this is Talon 1. I'm on the way. Talon 5 inbound.
Go, Commander! I'll cover you from here! Commander Shepard, I've got your back. Let's get you into that tunnel.
Let's kill them all!
Next time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for air support.
You know, you say that, Liar, and it's not like you all were helping us. I'm just saying. Oh my. Wow.
Keep your head down and give them everything you've got.
Let's punch them in their holes. I don't think Talon 5 made it.
We have to make it worth something.
Okay. Just saw that Joker 2 has 62% on Rotten Tomatoes and 54 on Metacritic. Well, honestly, if you go look up Joker 1, it's not that different. Like, critics were kind of harsh on the first Joker. I think it has a 69 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 59 on Metacritic.
Looks like we're in the clear.
I mean, put it this way, Batwoman on CW had a higher Metacritic score than Joker. So, shows you how much you can trust them on that one.
Do religion and military always mix among Asari?
No, this is unusual. Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
They're all the same. Like, I'm not hearing very good things about it.
Something is wrong. Your scientists should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
You mean the Protheans? But that would imply Athame.
Is not what you believe her to be.
Just keep looking. What about this one?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was deemed to have potential. Pity you didn't live up to it. I find it strange your scientists would abandon their own planet.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, critics were... I don't know if you remember this, Israel, but when the first Joker came out, there were all these talks about how it's like, oh, it's trying to appeal to violent incels and stuff. It was just a lot of stupid discourse around it.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Another page from the Codex. Not very useful. It talks about Athame's guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
For something as important as this artifact, there should have been failsafes.
What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Another one of your myths that somehow looks Prothean.
What you're implying, it's staggering.
We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
What do you know about this?
A fragment from the Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve. I believe we are missing something.
It's the goddess Athame again.
You can still believe that, but it won't change the truth. Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
That sounds pretty accurate, Boosh.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's Athame. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of that's real.
Then why does Athame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved.
It kinda is.
Though Athame does have great historical significance. We once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
The answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people are hoarding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
Oh, yeah, they did.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
Oh, it's true.
Reality, Asari. Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these.
By the gourds.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharaoh's years.
It's gaining power.
Unlimited power. Let's see.
I'd say that one counts.
It's still not complete.
No connection here.
The end of the war is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and vengeance is complete.
Doesn't look like a connection.
That isn't what we need. The activation is complete. We can access the beacon now.
Ta-da!
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to... last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Oh. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
One of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on.
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
A memory of one of my people.
I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Asher Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Transpia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
We're all Protheans, so grim.
Pretty much.
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why did the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within, as political party we should dominate our peoples rather than destroy them. It fractured our order of battle. Later we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
That sounds familiar.
We suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assumed the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break the cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not a Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
Then we'll be the first.
I can't wait for Nosferatu. Yeah, Nosferatu looks pretty freaking awesome.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the process, let's interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
Uh-oh. By the way, that's part of the evidence against Shepard being indoctrinated, is that VI can sense an indoctrinated presence, which Shepard isn't.
The scientists. What do you want?
Would I consider Robert Eggers among the best today? I mean, he's 3 for 3, basically. So, kinda, yeah. He hadn't made a bad movie. In fact, he's made 3 movies that are just flat-out bangers.
Shepard.
How did you find this place?
The archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Dasani. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them?
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life to
So he is Kai since yes. Shepard was there the whole time, and he didn't say a word about him. But then Kai Ling shows up. He's like sensing indoctrinated presence. So yeah, it's Kai Ling.
I know them, Shepard. I know how they think.
I think you've gotten a little too close to the enemy.
No. I'm saying they...
Plus, you take that VI with you to the Elusive Man station, so he still works with you.
You've been spending too much time with the enemy. They're dragging you over to their side. Their way of thinking.
No, I just see things differently.
If you truly care about humanity, you'll stop fighting me. You'll join me.
Don't ever question my intentions. I've sacrificed more for humanity than you'll ever know. And don't assume you know me. My methods for dealing with the Reapers are simply more refined than yours.
You've forgotten everything you stood for. Cerberus was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our back.
Poetic, but as usual, you missed the point. The world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean data in this beacon, I can end this conflict.
The world is more gay than you claim to admit.
There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't.
I guess that makes sense.
Lang, the commander has something I need. Please relieve him of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
I've been hit! Cover me while I recharge!
Commander, the gun!
Get to cover! I've got this! I need to recharge! Cover me!
The gunship's taking up position.
Shepard is mine now.
No, I'm not.
There's only one way this ends.
Happily.
Target the supports. Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
What a dick. There's gonna be a Roblox movie? I hadn't heard that, but I'm not surprised. I'll be honest, I've never even watched Roblox gameplay. I've only heard of it. And I've heard that Roblox has a bit of a diddler problem.
Shepard! Hang on.
But I've never even watched gameplay. I barely know what it is. Minecraft looks yeah, Minecraft looks horrible. What a waste of money that movie is.
Mr. Shepard, give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your location.
Lieutenant
Well, Fessy is screwed.
Commander?
Counselor. The mission.
We've lost contact with Thessia. It's gone dark. How soon will the Crucible be ready to deploy?
Counselor. I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
What happened?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then you'll excuse me. There are preparations to make, continuity of civilization to consider. I never thought this day would come.
None of us did. I'm sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard. Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
It's my job to be prepared, no matter what. And now Thessia's lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Venom 3. I've still never seen the first two Venoms.
Let's hear it,
I know we're supposed to be covering one of them on MMM, I think, this coming month. Though not first. Our next movie is Bone Tomahawk, which that'll be fun.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Lair system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
I think there was supposed to be a dialogue wheel there. Yeah. But it wasn't. That looked a little awkward for a sec.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
It's not much of a lead, but I'm game if you are.
It's a lead. We've come too far to let Cerberus screw us over. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Never bothered with 2, looked awful. I mean, I didn't watch 1 or 2. I thought they all looked terrible.
Shepard, I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
ED picked a nice form.
I knew going in there wouldn't be a minute of this war that was easy. But watching Thessia fall, and knowing it was my responsibility.
Shepard, you know how many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive.
Yeah, I don't care about Moana 2 either.
What of it?
I mean, I didn't dislike the first Moana, I just found it kind of forgettable.
They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none, but we all signed up anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here, and it's looking like I might die here too.
So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
You'll make it, Anderson. When this is all over, you can show me London.
It might need a new coat of paint first.
This will be over soon.
It better. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map.
Neat.
Thanks for listening, Commander.
It was a good idea. And right now, it's the best lead we've got.
In any event, good luck.
Good luck. That's actually an email from Kai Ling being all gay. Like trying to taunt you like, I beat you. Man, I didn't have a ship covering me or anything, but...
If we don't finish that crucible soon, there won't be a galaxy left to save. So Thessia, huh? I guess the Asari are wishing they had fewer dancers and more commandos right about now. Too soon?
In case you hadn't noticed, we just lost a few million people. This isn't the time.
You see this? Tiptree. Little colony out in the
Let's
ass end
see.
of nowhere.
Oh, and the plan of the other symbiote possesses a woman who has a car and money and leaves her to possess a little girl and walks to California from South America. Oh.
So why the jokes?
Because Edie says that according to your armor's metabolic scans, you're under more stress now than during the Skillian Blitz. Like, more than a Kuz, where Thresher Maws ate the rest of your squad. And the last time I had a briefing with Anderson, he told me to take care of you. The guy leading the resistance on Earth is worried about you, and I'm supposed to help.
I appreciate the thought, Joe, but I'm fine.
The hell you are. You're like half robot at this point. No offense, Edie. And it's my
I think it's just the shadow work.
When the Collectors blew up the first Normandy, you died because I wouldn't leave. Because you had to come back for me.
Couldn't leave the best pilot in the fleet behind, could I?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have looked bad on your report.
I see Detroit's ahead of Houston right now, so that's cool.
Commander?
I'm not particularly fond of Houston.
Shepard, I have a question about human behavior.
This isn't the best time, Edie.
Perhaps humor? A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert.
I'm not in the mood.
A lively rendition of La Marseillaise?
No.
Very well. I will maintain a respectful silence until you indicate otherwise. Hello, Shepard.
Alright, let's chat up the rest of our crew here. Maybe it's from the nomming on that robotic bar. Oh my gosh, he still is listening to that stupid recording. Gosh, get over it. Your hubby's dead. It's like, we get it, you gay. Promise him, Steve. Yeah, I kind of do want to hear the joke. Let's see. There's the Argus. And this. Don't make me your anchor. It's like, shut up. Nobody freaking cares. I think we're good on Mud Jill. I'm not worried about that. The Hornet's actually a pretty cool little SMG weapon. Cool little weapon there. That is a good weapon there. Oh, the extended barrel. Ah, and I can upgrade the Valkyrie to 6. Yeah. Sit between armory. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Think. Yep, we're good there.
Hey, for what it's worth, I know how it feels to lose.
A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert and his car overheats. Pulls into a gas station for repairs. The mechanic says, come back in 20 minutes while he inspects.
Hey, everyone on this ship knows you did all you could. You need to cut yourself some slack. Whatever it takes to get that data back from Cerberus. We're behind you. Whatever it takes to end this.
Noted.
Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties. One of the wonders of the galaxy, if you ask me. You want to hit Cerberus where it hurts? I'm with you.
Yeah, I want to hit him in the back peenie.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
It's like, no, they weren't.
Animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and I'd appreciate.
Hey, settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
Oh my gosh.
Given what's happened today, I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers.
A penguin is driving through the desert and his car overheats. He pulls into a gas station for repairs. The mechanic says, come back in 20 minutes while he inspects. The penguin goes into the attached diner and buys some vanilla ice cream because it's so hot out. He gobbles it down and it makes a mess. He goes back to the mechanic who says, it looks like you blew a seal. The penguin says, oh no, it's just ice cream. 80. 80. That's inappropriate.
That goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara Tassoni.
Liara, the reason you're weak is because Sony is in your last name.
That was unexpected. Thank you.
You should rename yourself Liara to PC. Then you will be a master race.
Did you actually mean what you said?
Does it matter?
Liara's been a good friend to me.
It looks like Idris Elba in Star Trek Beyond. Except cool. No offense to Idris Elba, but Star Trek Beyond's a terrible movie. Hades is filthy. Kinda, yeah. Kinda. A little bit.
Well, I was thinking of inviting Tassoni a trainer up for a wee game of strip poker.
Right. You're not going to invite that reporter Allers, too?
Nah, she'd bring cameras and record the whole thing.
And if you lose, you don't want the whole galaxy knowing how little you bring to the table.
Damn, girl. My bankroll is just fine.
You didn't like Star Trek Beyond? No, Star Trek Beyond's awful. I don't like that trilogy in general, but Beyond is easily the worst one. But yeah, I hated Star Trek Beyond. I saw it for free and I wanted a refund.
The Citadel Stock Exchange drops 2,000 extra points.
And if you're unlucky?
I don't know. Never really been unlucky. Does Dr. Tassoni ever let you in her room? Because she keeps me out.
Well, yeah, she's the shadow broker, so... What was it that you didn't like? kind of everything. I think it's an awful story. I think that the tone of it's all wrong. It's poorly written. I think that stupid sabotage sequence is absolute cringe. It's dumb. I hate that movie.
I just regained my homeworld. She just lost hers.
Well, I don't have any magic words. She needs time. Maybe call her later.
She went straight to her cabin.
I'll go talk to Liara.
Thanks, Shepard.
Most Star Trek fans hate those movies, and I'm not even a Star Trek fan, so I know most Star Trek fans aren't particularly fond of that. I'm sure some normies like it, but it's a garbage film.
Shown the beacon on Thessia earlier.
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Yeah, I saw that movie in theaters. Like I said, I got to watch it for free. I bought Wrath of Khan on Blu-ray, and it came with a voucher for a ticket to Star Trek Beyond, so I saw that for free, and I was like, holy crap, this movie sucks.
You had nothing to do with the attack on Thessia.
Nothing to do with it? I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
It's pretty true.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this, to start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you.
Did you at least like Chris Pine as Kirk? Not really. I mean, I don't think it's his fault, but like the first time I saw the first 2 Star Trek films,
Some time, Shepard.
I liked them. Then I rewatched. Then I watched the third one. And I thought, gosh, this was almost terrible. And then I went back and watched the first 2, and I was like, gosh, these are way worse on rewatch. Like they lost so much on rewatch. Like I don't blame him explicitly for what's wrong with him, but it's just they're poorly written.
Any word from your family?
They made it off Palaven. It was tight, but they're okay.
We'll take every scrap of good news we can get.
Wish I had more, though.
Why?
I just had to make a tough call with the Primarch. He said our fleets are being decimated, so I advised him to cease all offensive operations against the Reapers.
A full retreat?
The only way to save Palaven now is to hold our ships back for the Crucible. But if I'm wrong...
I could deal with the lens flares if it was written well.
Won't be as lucky as mine.
That's a hell of a gamble. No other options?
If there are, I can't see them. It all comes down to the Crucible now.
And ruthless calculus.
How are you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taking a toll.
There's only so much fight in a person. Only so much death you can take
before your friend picks you up, dusts you off, and tells you you're the best damn soldier he's ever met. We'll get through this. We always do.
Oh, we were talking about the Abrams Star Trek movies, and he asked me if I liked Chris Pine as Kirk. And I was saying, well, I don't blame Chris Pine for what's wrong with Star Trek, but no, I don't particularly like his version of Kirk.
So, Udina finally went over the edge. I never really liked the man. Now I know why.
I do like Carl Urban. I would say, yeah, he's probably one of the bright spots of the movie. I'll give him that.
Hopefully she's doing better now.
Thanks for talking to her. Neither of us knew what to say.
There's not much we can say.
Simon Pegg, it's like, I'm fine with him in the first movie. I don't remember much of him in the second movie. I know he's in it, I just don't remember him well. But yeah, the third one is easily the worst. Like, I hated the third one. I mean, I like Chris Pine in plenty of things. I thought, like, Dungeons and Dragons turned out to be a really nice surprise. I quite liked that movie a lot. I thought it looked terrible when I saw the trailer, and I was like, when I finally watched it on 4th of July, I was like, dang, this is actually pretty fun. And I think he's fantastic in Hell or High Water, so he's capable of being in really good movies, but it's just depends on what that movie is. Yeah, I think we got one more mission in us here. We're gonna do the communication hub here. Yeah. Newton. Every time there's a hole in a ship, it gets a woman sucked out. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sure there are dumb people who think that, but like I said, they're dumb people. Sato.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there.
Bound to find me sooner or later.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it.
Yay!
See that you do.
No, Commander, that's bad. Oh. Look at all the satellites. It's another one of the multiplayer maps.
What are we looking at?
They're trying to seize control of the 3 critical access points. I'm updating your nav point with the location of the terminal they're closest to tracking.
Where's the hacking device? Let's steal it. Yeah, she didn't like the new movies at all and absolutely despised Discovery. That's good. Probably. In a sec. Oh no.
Nothing's changed. Just upload the next set of coordinates.
Oh, that was James. I don't need to hit James. Oh no. Hang on just a sec. We want to map these two. L1. And then map flare to R1. Oh yeah. That's why I like flare. Flare is cool. Ah, he died. Let's go down and get the hacking device. J-Lo McQueen spread spicy talk. What's up, Whitey? How you feeling, Whitey? Yeah, I heard Picard is 2 seasons of awfulness followed by a good 3rd season.
Miss Saddam, come in. Miss Saddam, are you there?
Must be afraid to break radio silence.
We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
I know you're scared. This is more
Don't hurt yourself. Otherwise, you're a sadomasochistic person. Jacob, if you'd watch, you'd know that James kind of deserves it. 5 pounds less of whatever sprayed out of me. Way less. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ooh. Ooh. Somehow that was far worse when done right up against there. I like this new power. I like it. This gun is great. Now that it's fully upgraded. Heal with the first aids. J activated. You jerk. Be gone.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Miss...
Now people in this theater can go back to watching movies again.
She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
Hack it out. Okie dokie. I said one more mission, but I'd forgotten about that smaller one, so we can do a bigger one.
You've got new messages, Commander.
Really? Alright, we're heading to Sanctuary. I do want to, real quick, I want to scan around, make sure I've got all the mission stuff. That's why it's approved around here, Boosh. Dad jokes are always approved. Don't disparage. We are not here to judge. We are here to ridicule. That's a lot of Reapers. Yeah. That's a lot of nuts.
Evasion successful.
Okay, there's nothing there. Let's go to the Hades nuts. I mean Hades Nexus.
I found something.
Aha. Or did I disparage? You didn't.
Reapers eluded.
Alright, to Sheol. Oh, that's a nice name for a system. We're calling it Sheol, the grave.
Signal confirmed.
What an ugly planet, right? Wear some makeup, ugly planet. Alright, that's everything in Sheol. Sheol.
I found something.
Dobrovolsky. Let's try to poorly pronounce these planet names. Are those squid things Reapers? Yes. It's like, yes, those are Reapers. Bye, Reapers!
Faster than light jump successful.
The ones that sound like Sammy Three-Peat snoring. She-Hulk. Planet She-Hulk. It's completely dead. Yes, also that. Serial Reapists. Did he actually express that? That sounds like a little too transparent. The Obelisk of Karsa. It's a Pixar obelisk with Lightning McQueen on it. Are we sure it's not AI?
Evasion successful. Reapers.
There it is. NBC News just reported it. That's interesting.
Faster than light jump successful.
Do it, Joe. Endorse Trump. That would be like the funniest thing to happen in the whole of the election cycle. I mean, it wouldn't redeem him or anything in my eyes, but it would be freaking hilarious. It's just one of those further pieces of evidence like, guys, these politicians don't like each other. They just use each other for power. It's a club full of divas. Gotta find the fuel. Aha, fuel. Suck it, Reapers!
Reapers eluded.
Whenever I fly away from those fleets of Reapers, I imagine, like, Shepard being like White Goodman in Dodgeball when he's leaving on that little moped and just flipping them off. That's how I imagine him.
Signal confirmed.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Yeah, I mean, it's like he made her his vice president, and they're like, "Oh, we did it, Joe, we did it." It's like, you were calling him a racist during the debates, basically. Calling him out for, like, segregationist policies and all that stuff. It's like, I didn't forget that. No one forgot that.
I found something.
They're just using each other. He was pushed out. It's that simple. Constantly they give up, like, dogs with one of those radio collars. Blah, F y'all. Yeah, well, it's one of those broken clock scenarios, Israel. Oh, he's more like a clock that just the battery ran out, like a watch.
Reapers eluded.
I don't want to disparage clocks by referring to him as one. Clocks are complex and interesting devices. 50 units of fuel. Okay.
Light jump successful.
That's like siphoning fuel out of a moped.
Evasion successful.
There's the Kepler Verge. Wait, I think I was just here. This is where that mission was. Anakin Beta. Freaking Beta. That phony phone call was so good. Oh, I get it. That was... that was terrible. We did it, Joe! Why does she always sound just completely wasted when she talks, too? We did it, Joe! She was probably just calling some random guy named Joe, and he was like, who the heck is this? This guy goes back to his wife, he's just like, I got the weirdest phone call just now. Remember the X-Files episode where the guy was eating the fat off chubby women? Nope. I've never seen that episode.
Reapers eluded.
I haven't seen a ton of the X-Files, to be honest. Seth Rogen weed laugh is the comma between chuckling. Yeah, pretty much.
I found something.
She is acting, but I do think she's also that stupid.
Faster than light jump successful.
What happens if a Reaper catches you? Game over. Game over. Ah, the kite's nest. Israel, it's the kite's nest. So stop it. Just, you stop it there. I know what you're thinking. You're not fooling anyone, you know. Ah, the system of Idris Elba. Kama said we're going to see craters on the moon with her own eyes.
Signal confirmed.
Kamala Harris talking about space is one of the cringiest things. She has several times, and it's always a nest, a whole nest of them, you say. They have half of the dang galaxy.
Reapers eluded.
Aha, there we go. Alright, that should be enough.
Faster than light jump successful.
I don't think sewing her mouth would be enough. I think you just gotta... I think those vocal cords need to get the treatment. I haven't been to space either. It's like... We're going to... But we've been to the border. You haven't been to the border. And I've never been to Europe. It's like, why'd you just say you've been to the border when you haven't? It was so cringe. Alright, there we got that. There's some lights going on in this one. Oh, it's Novaria. No wonder. It's all a light. And that's Planet from the first game. Can't remember if there's anything around here in Novaria. The Horsehead Nebula. Yeah, exactly. Have you been to the border? First of all, I grew up in a middle-class family. I think that meme is actually pretty hilarious and largely untapped. Like that one I posted on in our Facebook group, Israel, with the Trevor Lawrence thing. It's like, Trevor, how do you feel about starting 0-4 despite just getting paid over almost $300 million? Well, first of all, I grew up in a middle-class family. It's a good response meme. It's like a great non sequitur. Ah, the basin of the anus. We are in the anus basin. It's like, Commander Shepard, did you get the data from Thessia? Well, first, counselor, I grew up in a middle-class family. It's like, what? Aethon cluster. Shepard, where are we going to get all of that fuel we need to travel the anus basin? Well, first of all, I grew up in a middle-class family.
I found something.
The Book of Plenix. That must be one of those Gnostic books. Shepard, I'm here to claim your middle-class family. Oh boy. Well, there's Uranus, and then there's the Anus Basin, which is like a planet full of Uranuses. Alright, beat him to it. The Reapers are like, okay, well, let's just scan. Uranus is 90% methane. I think for me it's only 10% methane, the rest is water. I don't cook that methamphetamine.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, Makar! That's a great planet name. I want to live on Omakar. I want to go to there. Ermaker! Those Reapers are noisy. I know, I'm telling you. Sammy 3-Peat's snoring was a great idea for voice work for them. Top-notch voice casting. Isori and Satuard. That's like a Vex planet. It sounds all Sri Lankan or something.
I found something.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. A Volus engineering team. It's a planet full of Danny DeVitos.
Evasion successful.
If the Reapers take Uranus, the war's over. I mean, it's done. Just forget about it.
Reapers eluded.
To Isori! Broke the chair because he sat too hard. That's great. Well done. Well done.
Signal.
I quite like that one. The only thing that sucks about that pun is that it's Mass Effect 3 specific, so it doesn't really have much you can do with it outside of here. And I'm like, crap, that's actually a really good one, too. Oh, jeez. They were right on me. Alright. Arrow. Bye-bye.
Evasion successful.
Alright. We have cleared the cluster. We have scoured the basin of the anus. I think we've covered here, too. Oh, wait. Nope, there's other places. Quite a few of them. Holy crap. Oh, well. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. This practically is the mission. This is how we're ending the game, pretty much. He got you, lame. He's got to keep his grip on you. He was right up on me.
I found something.
Aha. Ah, Ilium. I wish we could have gone back here. I like Ilium. Liquid assets. Nice. That's booze. There should be 2 here. Where? There's gotta be something around here. I mean, we know there is.
Signal confirmed.
Ah, there's one. See the post I made about picking 2 of your favorite monsters that I can art bash together for Halloween. Nobody's given me any ideas yet. Oh, I didn't see that. Hang on. Armoruth plated not guilt. That's hilarious. It's like, okay, buddy. It's like, just because I had a gun and fired a shot over there doesn't mean I was trying to assassinate. It's like, dude, you have a manifesto and everything. But whatever. Well, let's see. Mash up two monsters together. What are the favorite two types of monsters? Now, okay, so I'm assuming it can be any monster. Okay, so for me, I would say banshees. I actually think banshees are kind of spooky. But mash up a banshee with... what's a good monster? Mix a banshee with creature from the Black Lagoon. I think that'd be kind of neat. Can make something kind of crazy with that. A vampire Godzilla. Also, yes. Ah. Meow. Banshee Pikachu. What the heck? I mean, I guess technically that's true. Godzilla critter.
Signal confirmed.
Let's see if it's in this field. Because we would be able to pick it up before. I knew it. The Vorcha labor team. So slaves. Nice. And we're in now the Kizzle system, which is basically just Kyle, but like a rap name version. My best friend, Kizzle. Frickin' Kizzle. Alright, that's all of them there. Earl Arrest. I'm thinking about taking a nap. Could really use some Earl Arrest.
Signal confirmed.
Got it. Ah, the Prothean obelisk. Neat. There it is.
Faster than light jump successful.
All right. This one's pretty much covered.
Reapers eluded.
Would a Banshee Pikachu just be called a Banshikatu? Because that is kind of a cool sounding name, all things considered. I don't think there's anything there. Oh, nope. Yep, there it is.
Faster than light jump successful.
Peekaboo. Yeah. 95. Lame. freaking lame.
Signal confirmed.
Prothean data drives.
Reapers eluded. I found something.
Alright. Aloha. It's like a confused Hawaiian. Why did he become British for a second? Only a second.
Faster than light jump successful.
Oh, nice, Whitey. I look forward to checking that out here in a bit. Not too long from now, really. I think I've got one more system to check over. And then I think I'm going to maybe head to the Citadel before the next mission. Make sure I don't time out any of these little side quests.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, nice. That's cool. How they got the Reaper sound. Requiring cars to beep. Vetoed a California bill requiring cars to beep when drivers exceed speed limit by 10 miles per hour. What, like, are you saying, like, requiring the manufacturer to install something in the cars that would make them beep? It's like, okay.
I found something.
I mean, truth be told, I don't know why government, like a local government, needs to have power over what a car can manufacture into their vehicle beyond just, like, you know, the basic, you know, safety measures like a seatbelt and whatnot that's required countrywide. Which I guess makes me surprised he vetoed it in the first place. Because abusing power is all what he's about. Well, but here's the thing, Bush. He's saying that he vetoed the bill that would have required it, so it's like that's... Like, if I'm reading that correctly, that's technically the right move to make, but... It's a strange bill to introduce. Yeah, if he vetoed it, I'm like, okay, that's the correct move, but... I mean, yay for having, like, a lick of common sense for once. Doesn't change everything else you've done wrong. You prick.
Faster than light jump successful.
Hey, this is a Whitey word right here. How far do I go, Whitey? You go far yard down there. We should put that in the next Stardew script.
I found something.
By the way, if y'all haven't watched that Stardew thing that Whitey put together, you're missing out. I freaking love that thing. Not just because I got to do voice work on it. I genuinely enjoy that. Vex's part was my favorite part. Aw, I want more lines. No, it's fine. I just gotta wait. My moment will come. I did have to look up the spaghetti thing because I was like, okay, like my immediate thought was this has to be an in reference to the actual game. That's my assumption. So,
Faster than light jump successful.
but yeah, I looked it up afterwards. These will be important words. Is it? Yeah, Whitey, go ahead and link your Bear Clan channel. Y'all go subscribe to the Bear Clan channel. I think that series has got a lot of potential. I love that little first one. It's so funny. Robin loves spaghetti. Oh, no problem. All right. Get your docs out, Normandy.
I need a cab to the Presidium. It'll be there momentarily.
To the Citadel. Alright, now I can clear up a lot of these little side missions.
I recovered the Book of Plenix. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
Dragon and Slimer. Ooh, that actually could be a good combo, Jacob. A demon and Kamala Harris. Boosh, you need two.
Please visit any of our LCOS Combine affiliate branches for any and all personal needs.
I keep saying talk to Barlavon at the bank. Where the heck is he? Yeah, I kind of had the feeling that you were doing a setup, Boosh, but I wanted to make, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna spike it either way. Heck yeah. Why wouldn't I? I was like, this might be a setup for someone delivering the punchline, but of course I'm going to oblige. Who wouldn't?
Thanks again. If we can get it working.
And speaking of jokes, I seriously can't wait to... Yet I'm still writing in the jokes, but I really like what I've got so far. Younger Kamo, though, wasn't that ugly. Well, no, that's how she got her way to the top, because she wasn't ugly when she was growing up.
It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
You have? It's amazing. Thank you, Commander.
3 things to say when you want to get someone's attention. Exactly. Can I have your attention? When I got that question, I was like, what? I was like, okay, and then I just kind of remembered that episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where they said, something you can say that will immediately start a fight. And the one guy gets up there and he goes, wanna have a fight? It's just the most obvious thing you could say, and it's like, oh, that's great. So I was just kind of thinking along those lines. It's like, wanna fight?
Hello, Shepard.
Aloha. It's a norm type joke. The punchline is the joke. Exactly. Okay.
All Citrotine Armory products include a lifetime guarantee for performance. See our extranet site for details. Welcome to Agor Munitions.
I'm not a big fan of the Venom weapons. They're not really all that special. Okay, so there's the soldier on the Normandy dock. There's a diplomat in the embassy. I've already talked to Jacob at Huerta. I suppose I can talk to Arya now that we've got Omega back. I suppose. I don't know. I don't think he ever used that joke about Andre Agassi, because back then, Andre Agassi was considered a pretty good-looking guy. No, they had the one. I know he had the one with Julia Roberts and Lyle Lovett, and he also had the one with Christy Brinkley and what's his face, the musician. Devontae Adams wants to be traded. He was bald. I mean, he got Steffi Graf when he was bald, so it's not too bad. I think he's better off with Steffi Graf than he was with Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is like one of the earliest well-known cases of a young actress being groomed. But gosh, you look back on what they did with her in movies, it's gross. I mean, it is really freaking gross, and nobody talks about it. It's like what they did with that woman at a young age is disgusting. I mean, there seriously are movies that got made back in the day. I'm like, how are those still allowed again? That's pretty nasty.
It seems the galaxy.
Brooke Shields, heck yeah, she got groomed.
Since we took back Omega,
They had her doing nudity in movies before she, like, well before she was 18.
it's a little easier to coordinate from here. So unfortunately, I'll be slumming it on the Citadel for the time being. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll start it easy.
Okay, so again, need to chat her up any. Yeah, they were probably passing her around before that. But yeah, she was in the modeling industry very early, and Hollywood picked her up quick. And yeah, they were grooming the absolute crap out of her.
Spectre status recognized. Please, 1 moment, please.
And this is, and I'm just operating off the stuff that's kind of obvious. I don't know if she's ever really spoken about what happened. I mean, for all I know, she's at this point is doing it herself, which could explain why she's not doing it to others. I mean, because that does tend to happen a lot with people who get groomed like that, is they do it to other people.
No, I know what I said.
But I haven't heard her talk a ton about it, but you know what happened. There's some movie that's crazy. Yeah, they're despicable people. And Pretty Baby, she was playing 12, maybe a prostitute. Well, she was in that first Blue Lagoon movie, wasn't she? That's when she was 14. Blue Lagoon. Yeah. I knew that one when she was 14. I know there was like some movie she did with like Susan Sarandon or something like that. I don't know what it's called. I never saw it. I've just heard of it. Is this the diplomat chick? Oh, she's a war strategist. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why do we mean no Stardew Valley animation? Exactly. Yeah, and I obviously do like the little vomiting gourd at the end. Apparently I got the bad spaghetti. Which, I don't know, seems racist. It's 100%. Yeah. Yeah. That's my thought on it, too. You know, it's weird, because, like, looking back, like, when I was a freshman in high school, we were shown that 1960s version of Romeo and Juliet, which shows Olivia Hussey topless, and shows the guy who plays Romeo like from behind naked, and they were teenagers filming that. They were not 18. And I'm like, how is this not CP? Seriously, I honestly don't care if parents gave permission for that. I don't freaking care. That's not something a parent should be able to give permission to do. It's like, oh, okay, so your parent's sick too. That's great. I remember them showing us that in high school, and even then thinking, I was like, okay, I was like, okay, they're depicted as teenagers. I was like, that's a little weird. Then I found out, oh no, they were actually around that age, and I was like, what? Why is that allowed? That's why I won't watch American Beauty again, because I found out, what's-her-face, Thora Birch, was like 17 when they did her topless scene, and I'm like, I'm not watching that movie then. Forget it. It's like, I'm not watching a movie that shows that. Heck no. That's disgusting. It's learning. Yeah, exactly. That's how they'll pass it off. It's like, oh, it's just learning. It's like, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's not like the evidence isn't like right in front of your freaking faces or anything.
Please observe all cast restrictions when making a purchase.
Yeah, it's like it's the worst excuse in the book to say, oh well, they had, because like the one I heard about Thora Birch was like, well, she had parents' permission, and I was like, so why does that matter? I mean, shoot, a lot of these actresses, their parents are already in the industry, so of course they're going to give permission. I don't know if Thora Birch's parents are in the industry, but I'm sure they're profiting well off of it. I mean, shoot, we're seeing when you look around today and you see all these parents turning their kids trans for profit, it's not that big of a stretch to see parents doing it in Hollywood, too. Yeah, I was the same way. I've seen American Beauty before. I didn't realize at the time that she was a teenager.
I found a Prothean sphere on Gehinnom. Contact the Alliance and tell them Commander Shepard asked them to pay you for it.
Yes, thank you. I'll call them right now.
I used to have a friend that thought American Beauty was the best movie ever made. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's not a well-made film. I mean, best movie ever made is a huge stretch, but I mean, it's a well-made film, like storytelling-wise. But yeah, once I heard that, like, oh, such and such was underage during that, I was like, why was that allowed? Like, when she had her parents' permission, it's like, and why does that matter? It's like, this is so freaking messed up. I watched one episode of Euphoria that's straight up CP. I mean, I've never seen Euphoria. I know it depicts high schoolers. I don't know if anybody in the show is underage, but it's still creepy. But I mean, I'm not interested in the show to begin with. didn't freaking care about it when I saw it. I was like, I don't care about Euphoria.
You saw. Yes, Sergeant. Heard from your brother since then? No, Sergeant.
Oh, Jacob, he's referring to American Beauty. It's that whole thing where it's the floating bag, and it's like, isn't it beautiful? It's like, no, it's a floating paper bag. Or plastic bag, or whatever. It literally created a stupid song by Katy Perry. Screw that plastic bag.
I recovered Prothean data drives from Garbo. I'll have them brought here.
Like, as far as, like, filmmaking, crafted, and storytelling is concerned, I think the movie's like a 7, maybe? Maybe a 6? It's like, it's far from the best movie ever made or anything. That's ridiculous. It's a highly pretentious movie. Bush, are you referring to Euphoria? Yeah.
Commander?
I've never watched it. And I don't plan to. Like, oh, but Sydney Sweeney. I don't freaking care. I don't freaking care. I don't care what movies or shows Sydney Sweeney's in. I legitimately don't care. It doesn't mean a thing to me. Anyway, oh shoot, it is 5:35. So guess what? That's it. We did it. I'm going for over 3 hours. Almost 3:40, I think. 3 hours, 40 minutes. Neat. But yeah, this was fun. Had a good time chatting with you. I always like when the chats are more lively. We can talk during the stream. That's always more fun. But anywho, I will be streaming again tomorrow, probably around the same time, probably for about the same amount of time. We're getting closer to the end. I think I underestimated how much of this game was left last week, because I'd forgotten how long the Citadel DLC is. I have a feeling that's going to take 2 to 3 streams, because it's pretty lengthy from what I recall. And then right after Citadel will be the end of the game. I might even do a gaming stream Thursday, just so I can speed it up, because I do want to get to Red Dead. I am looking forward to Red Dead. And Red Dead might very well take me through the rest of the year, which is awesome. Plus, I plan to do stuff with the Red Dead material beyond just playing, so that'll be fun. But anywho, you guys, I had a really good time chatting with y'all. This was fun. Hope to see y'all again tomorrow. Y'all make sure you check out all the stuff that everyone in the chat's got going on. Jacob, I know you got your show on tonight. You're all talking more X-Files. And if you haven't subscribed to Whitey's Bear Clan channel, you're going to be missing out on some hilarious Stardew stuff. It's going to be great. But I will catch y'all again later. Until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.